no. Pretty what?
And I'm going to go over this.
Oh, I'm broke. It's okay, I'm just joking.
I was going to apologize. I heard it.
All right.
My name is Kathryn Keats. My name was Ellen Christian Munger. The place we stand is new to me, the place we are tonight where we are opening our hearts. This place where we're listening to this deeper inside, where we think as an audience tonight that everything is going to be all right. To stand before you tonight is not something I take for granted. I know all too well the long-learned hypervigilance of making sure everything is safe before I take one step into the light where I know surely I will be seen. I was forced to change my name and my identity in order to stay alive. Now, don't get me wrong. Changing the name Munger, that was not a problem. But letting go of my life, my passion, my music, that was difficult. This is my story. This isn't the story you've read about in Reader's Digest. I'm not going to tell you that I lived in a relationship that was riddled with mental illness, writings on the walls, broken windows, knives, and so much pain and desperation that I would rub my wounds raw just so I could feel something. Your mind has enough of its own violence. It does not need more. The things that I survived, and we've all survived, and we have all survived something. Nothing is bigger or smaller than the other. They are all the same. Hang on. All right, now listen. I was asked to speak for 8 minutes. And the first question I asked myself was, how am I going to tell this story in 8 minutes? So I did what any good, loving wife would do. I asked my husband's best friend, how am I going to tell my story in 8 minutes? And he said, you're not. You can't tell your story in 8 minutes. So, I decided what I would tell you. Now, I have asked and been asked this question 1,000 times, and I haven't answered it. And tonight I'm going to answer it. I've weaved it into my story so it never stands out too much, fearing a reverberation from my now dead captor, sending me flying back into hiding, have not answered or spoken about what I experienced almost every day for 3 years. The press keeps asking me, I keep avoiding it. I drove Montel Williams out of his mind because I would not answer the question, the brutal truth that he wanted to know. I am so afraid of what might happen if I take the responsibility for this truth. I keep leaving out the parts that I am most afraid to face, most ashamed of, most injured from. I keep leaving out the part that I was sexually assaulted for years by a man with 7 personalities in ways I hope some of you cannot imagine, because I'm wishing that some of you have escaped the horrors that many of us here have not. Tonight I'm going to answer the question. I'm going to speak loud so I can hear myself. Yes, I was raped over and over and over. Was I screaming stop? Sometimes. Sometimes I was not. Was I always a stranger? No. Was I forced to be a sexual slave in order to stay alive? Yes. And I was, and yes. And I still carry the shame we all know, and I must fight tonight to speak up and carry the shame of allowing myself to be a victim, and I will say it again so I can hear it one more time and set the record straight. I have survived rape. I was a victim, and now I'm a victor, and now I find at times I know things are amiss, and I am culpable. My name is Kathryn Keats. My name was Ellen Christian Munger. I want you to know that there is a way for all of us to recover from the most horrific abuse. There is a way for you to live on, move on, get better, be stronger, add value and love to the people around you, to the world. And if you live through what many of you did, it is your job to get better, live on, be loved, give love, and make the world stronger. I'm sorry to break it to you, but if you were expecting that you were not supposed to do these things, your experience would have taken you all the way down. And baby, I see you walking above ground right now, so you have work left to do. So it's applause. All right, I'm almost done, so I'm going to get fixed. So I was thinking about how much work there is to do, and I came up with this tune. Just when you think the pain is over, just when you think the pain will end, just when you know everything's gonna be alright, baby, you get up and you gotta face the pain again. Okay, now, I have a 10-year-old son, his name is Lorenzo Conti, and Lorenzo Conti writes with me, so he always jumps up when I write music, and he jumped up, and this is what this child sang. Just when you think the sun is shining, just when you're feeling there's no more pain, just when you get it right, just when you're breaking through, you turn around and you're facing a little rain. And I said, didn't God bless me for that child? All right, so in these 8 minutes, I have a few more things I have to say to you. We are all alike. We're the same. We are one. Every day you must forgive and forgive and forgive yourself for getting so mad, so sad, so spoiled and impatient, so confused, so declared and hard on your family and yourself. And if you're a victim, I want you to look at me tonight and understand that there was a day I had to look at myself in the mirror and I had to take responsibility for being a victim. And I had to say, it is time to heal. If you are a victor, I say, God bless you, and you should be so proud that, honey, you better pass the torch, because there are too many of us in trouble to think you get to sit on your lawn chair and rest. If you are a person who knows something is amiss, you are culpable, and you need to stick your nose in their business. You might save a life. So where am I now that I've told the whole truth? I didn't put it in Reader's Digest. I put it at Teens for Justice. I am as vulnerable now as I will ever be, and I'm as alone as I choose to be. I'm afraid of loving, and I'm afraid to be loved. I'm afraid to take, but I will give you everything I have. I value little but the presence of another. I value freedom. I am happy to be here speaking to you. Know that nothing is insurmountable, and we are never too old, thank God, to reclaim our lives. My name is Kathryn Keats. My name is Ellen Christian Munger. I want to thank Jeff, and I want to thank Ellen, and I want to thank Anita for these jeans, and I want to thank you. If you need to talk to me, I am here for you. I will answer your email. I have a website. Thank you. Now let's have a party.